Oh, great. So we're here live with Karen Covell, and it's the Hollywood Covell.
Yes,
so
no
sorry.
problem.
Covell.
I just figured we'll...
P-E-L-L, yes.
Yes.
I knew the spelling, I just didn't say it right.
You got it. No, that's
and
good.
this is the Hollywood Prayer Network facility.
Right.
On the campus of
The Hollywood First Presbyterian Church of Hollywood.
Okay, great. So we are here in Hollywood. And when we were speaking, a few weeks ago when it was raining, pouring down, I just found myself in listening to you, everything that you do, and I thought, I need to share this. We need to share this. So you have plenty of contacts, not that you need more people to know what you do, but it is encouraging, enlightening for those who would like to know what goodness there is in Hollywood. And she is one of them.
Oh, you're so nice. And it is a well-kept secret. For some reason, it is hard for a lot of people to get to know. I think because people don't put together prayer and Hollywood.
Right.
And so there's a disconnect that often makes people not be able to find out what we're doing.
Sure. And feel free to jump in, Erin. We've got Erin in the background here. And why is it that it's a kept secret? Why?
Well, I think there is, there's a disconnect between the church, who feels like Hollywood is an evil place and it's turning out terrible programming and it's hurting our children and they spend too much time on it and it's a problem. And Hollywood, who are very creative people who don't like being told what to do by people they don't know, and so they don't respect the church and the church doesn't respect Hollywood, and so there's a disconnect there that I want to try to build a bridge between the two.
You are doing.
Well, I hope
so. You've been here how long?
Oh, well, I've been here almost 40 years. But
so she's doing something.
I started the Prayer Network 16 years ago.
And you started this?
Yes.
I did not think, it didn't register that you began this.
Wow. I did. I'm a producer, and my husband's a composer, and we work in the entertainment industry. And we found in the very beginning how hard it is to live and work here. And then we found that a lot of people from the church don't think we should be here, because they feel it's not a good place for people morally or ethically. And so I wanted the church to know that God loves creation. Creativity is very important in our world.
He was creative. He's a creator.
Oh my goodness.
We
get it all from him.
Right?
Yes.
And our creative gifts are from him.
Exactly. And I wanted the church to realize that and to say, don't judge the people creating something you don't agree with, but understand the concept and the importance of creativity. And then pray for us. We are creating culture. Hollywood does shape culture. It does impact the hearts of people all over the world.
Absolutely.
And so...
Sorry, I'm adjusting my shirt.
Oh, that's so funny. Don't look.
I do all kinds of things all in life. Continue.
I'm so distracting. No,
well, I wanted to take the jacket off, but I wanted to make sure the bra wasn't showing. So all of this was going in my mind as we're talking about God.
So good. That's right. He knows everything anyway. So, oh, that's funny. So I wanted the church to say, if I don't like something, I'll pray blessings on those people. I'll let God take care of the hearts of the people. I want to not build a hate relationship between the church and Hollywood. And that was my challenge, to mobilize people of faith within the church to embrace the arts as a very important part of our culture, and then to pray blessings on the people who are here, because they are shaping culture around the world. And that's why I started doing it. I love creative people. I love the people I work with here. I enjoy being a producer. And so I can't expect them to love the church who's boycotting them and judging them. But I can tell the church, let's not do that. Let's love these people and build this bridge.
Absolutely. Well, I came in contact with you 2 years ago when I first moved to LA, and I was further down south. But I remember coming here and finding out that you connect people to pray for you. So people in the industry who are interested, I don't know who wouldn't be, but if you don't know prayer, and if you don't know the blessing, you keep going further back.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I keep feeling like I'm going too ahead of you.
No. We want you up here. So
hello.
And to find out that you work with people, or you coordinate people who are, and that would be an interesting process of finding out how you find the people who want to pray. So I was someone who was like, I would love prayers, but because I love prayer and have been involved with it for so many years, healing prayer, I wanted to pray with someone. So great, thank you for your prayers, but I want to pray for you too.
Yes.
And so you connected me with someone who we're still in touch. You know, it has been wonderful. And then I think, I'm not sure what you again. Like, I need to see you again. I think I just
loved
wanted
it. It was a great
connect.
update to see her.
Come in, and I met Erin, lovely, and just to hear more of what you're doing, I thought, no, I didn't understand everything. And so just hearing all of that, I thought to myself, this is something that I'd love to share for people to know. Number one, the good things that are going on.
Right.
Number two, if they want to tap in as well.
Absolutely.
It can be someone who prays for someone in the industry, or if they're in the industry,
To be prayed for.
some prayer from someone. But the best is to offer for both.
Yes,
Both ways.
it is
the prayer.
great.
Yeah, and you have a whole pamphlet that you give us that has all these resources of a theater that puts on Christian-based theater, to Act One, which I ended up doing, a writing program.
The writing program
to
we have.
Greenhouse Arts, which I'm doing right now.
Oh, that's so great.
I've done that once before, and I think when I met you, I hadn't started this time around
Right,
yet.
so you've started that already.
Yes,
Oh,
we're
that's
almost
great.
done. We have one more week.
Oh my gosh.
It's a 4-week program.
Is that with Abby Cobb?
It is.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
And we just well, 2 days ago, no, yesterday, it's been a long day, a long weekend, we filmed the film that I was acting in and the film that I wrote. So it's for the first time that I have seen actors act out a script I've written.
That's exciting.
Was the last couple of weeks, and then the first time where I've had it filmed, and that was yesterday.
Oh, that's
as well.
Great.
So really cool
That's a fun
program.
project,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is.
Oh,
It is.
that's so good. Well, and it's
So-
loving, great people who want to bring out the best in all of us, who want us to be great at what we do, and want to feel that community along the way.
Right. Yeah. And it really is. And it's not like we necessarily talk about God. They're not teaching about that. It's about the craft and the
It's
art.
about the craft.
But the
it's
people
good
are
people.
just, it's a good community. It really feels like community. We're there to support each other.
And they're not there to make anybody change or anything, and they're not
No.
there to make people believe what they believe. They just
Yeah.
want to offer the love of Jesus to others that they've been given. And they know they want to do that through encouraging your
Right.
career. It's
Yes.
important here to have access to become better at what we do.
Yes.
They know the competition is very stiff, and why not help people along the way?
Absolutely, yeah. And it's really about what I've been feeling since the beginning of this year. Just God has been so wonderful, and I shared that with you last time, and I still feel that, is that we can work on ourselves of feeling His connection, feeling so full to where I can meet people that, believers or non-believers, I just feel more love and so more appreciation. I just had a call back last night and got to talking with my son. And he's a wonderful person, and we were chatting afterwards, and he pulls out his cross, like, I believe too. And I'm like, oh,
how
this is so
sweet.
fun.
It is fun.
Yeah, and then running into a friend there, I thought, this feels like a small, I think we mentioned that too, how it
Yes,
tends
it's
to
a
feel
small
like a
world.
small place. Yeah.
It does, and that's better.
It's nice.
Not to feel overwhelmed by
In this big LA.
not knowing where to go or who to talk
Absolutely.
to. And
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you do is connecting people, so it does feel like people care about you, they're here to uplift you, people you don't even know.
no, you don't need to know them, but you just
No.
need to know that you all want to be better people.
Right.
You know? In fact, the young man that you're working with now, we just started a mom's prayer group for their children who are in the industry.
Oh.
And so you can even say if his mom wants to be a part of this group with other moms and
Yeah.
professionals, for everything from young
That's
kids
good.
all the way up to adult kids, all the
Uh-huh.
parents who feel the heart to say they're artists, they're creative, they need support through prayers. So,
Absolutely. Oh, that's neat.
So we do
I'm
that
always
as
kind
well.
of, how can I help you out, and
Oh,
just trying to
aren't you
think of what are some
nice?
ways that I can help out. Yeah, he lives in Orange County, so it'd be a little
great.
distance,
but it's usually
It's nice to know
yeah,
about.
it's not even they don't even meet all the time in person. They connect also on email.
Oh,
So,
technology.
technology, I know it
There are some good things.
makes it better. There are some good things.
Some good things.
Some things drive me insane.
I
but
know,
some are
right?
good.
So 20 years, no.
16 years of the
16
prayer
years,
network,
it's
right.
4 years that you came here. So you were doing something else
I came for
prior.
college and I
Okay.
stayed. And
okay.
I got a theater producing degree in college. And then when I realized I could not make a living in producing theater in LA. It's hard. I should need to go to Chicago or New York or somewhere for that. I switched to television and got involved in films and television, and so that's my career. I married a composer.
Yes.
He writes music for films and TV shows, and we have 2
Excellent.
grown sons who are both filmmakers who are
Love it.
working in the industry. So
Yes.
all 4 of us are working in the industry.
So you
and
love
it.
the industry.
I
You're
do.
in it, and you want to lift up
And I
others.
want to lift
who are
up
in
the
it.
others, and encourage people and let them know they're not alone.
Right.
And also to tell people who want to be good people that sometimes they feel like they have to compromise in working in Hollywood, and I tell them no.
Right.
You
We were talking
don't
about
have
that.
to. You don't. You
Right.
can say no. The word no is powerful. And so to be able to say, you know what, that one's not right for me. I'm not judging you. I'm not blaming. I just want to say, thank you for thinking of me, but this isn't the right project for me.
Exactly.
And to know you have the freedom to do that. And I believe God honors that.
Yes, absolutely. I remember, I went through ANTC, which you're probably
Yes.
familiar with. And one of the things that I learned from them was have your list of what you're willing to do and not do, and know that from the beginning. So
Know
that
ahead
you're
of
not
time,
going
yeah.
through. You can move my bag if it's.
Oh, no, I'm
good.
good.
I didn't want you guys to see the green bag that's.
You can't. I
doesn't
think we're
look
good.
very attractive there.
Yeah, I think we need to know ahead of time what we'll say yes and no to. We'll get in situations we're not sure, but at least we've thought it through.
Yes, yes.
And we know confidently, you know what, I'm not comfortable with that.
Right.
And so it's better off for me not to say yes to that. But also, it's an ongoing dialogue along the way with other people.
Absolutely.
Just say, what do you think? I've got this project, or I'm frustrated.
People talk with you.
Oh,
about
we
it.
talk about it. It's a part of
I'm
the
gonna start calling
community
you.
conversation. It's just great to go,
That is.
what do you think? And then sometimes we say, well, talk to this person. They kind of went through the same thing, and you can get feedback from them. And
Right.
it's
Right.
really good to have that ongoing dialogue so that you're always ready,
Yes.
either to give a defense for the hope that we have within us, or to know that it's okay to say no to something and you're not going to be offending somebody, but you just feel best for yourself.
Absolutely, and not having that fear that if I turn this down, I'm not
I'll
going to get
never
another
work
job.
again. That's the lie of our
It is
industry.
a total lie, and there are times still today where I'm like, I'm not sure, and not even things that I'm not sure if it's my moral compass. Just ones where I'm like, I'm not sure if I like the script kind of thing, and I think no, because I want more, I want better.
That's right.
And I really have seen in my life the times that something closes, something else opens. And you have to be willing to let go of something to let your hands receive.
Yes.
And I certainly have it's ongoing. It's not like I learned that lesson and I've moved on.
That's right.
It's
And I think there are 4 elements we have to consider with each new project that comes to us. And it's sometimes more of one than another. It's sometimes all 4. That's the perfect world. But we have to decide where we'll draw our line. I think we have to be attracted to the art. We need the money. We want contacts. And we want to make an eternal difference.
Yes.
And I think those 4 things all play into our decisions.
Absolutely.
And I don't think we should ever take it just for the money. But I do think there are times we take it for the eternal significance, even though we may not be that comfortable with the project itself, but we feel like maybe we can be salt and light working
Yes.
there. That we're not morally compromising.
Right.
But maybe we can be used in a place where there may not be other believers. And we can love people and pray for them and listen to them. And that's a part of our decision making of where we work, I think. I think that should be as important as the art and the contacts and the money.
Absolutely, and you remind me of a situation where I prayed about my various roles, and it was not something I would have ever thought I would accept, and clearly I was meant to, and I do hold in high regard the company, the organization that it was working for, and the piece itself was just very risque, very challenging, and I auditioned and I got the understudy role for it, and I didn't want to accept it, hoping I never had to actually perform it. I wanted to know that if I had to perform it, I would do it well, and that there was a reason for it, and that I'd be okay, and to it helped me grow a lot.
And what happened? Did you ever perform it?
You know what? It turned out I wanted to perform it.
Isn't that something?
I
Your heart
wanted to,
changes when you
yes.
step into something where God is in control,
Yes.
and you can see a bigger picture.
Yes, there
Sometimes
was more to it, and yes, there were a few people in the audience who were offended and left, and I thought, I get it, I know what.
Yeah, I
But
don't.
then
I don't
also,
judge you for that.
Right, and I also see the art of it, and I knew that I would be different in that role. It would be different because I'm a different person.
That's it.
And I had a conversation with the lead male, and I explained to him, this is where I'm coming from. My discomfort with, the pretty much the nudity of it, what the director had been okay with for me, and explaining to him where I was coming from. And I think it was enlightening for him
To realize you had another option.
Yeah, well, and that this isn't just something every one of us feels comfortable doing.
That's right. Let him think about a different perspective.
Yeah. And the lead actress too was kind of intrigued by, wow, what is she saying? So
That's
it was good to have
great.
conversations, and to stretch myself, and to not give in to judgment of other people.
Right.
Oh, well, if Erika does that, that means she's this. You have no idea.
You
I've taken it up with
have
God.
no idea.
Right, and you don't know what good is happening for everyone. So I've learned a lot about judgment, because there are times like, oh, well, they're going to think it doesn't matter. You really have to be true to where you're called.
That's
and
it.
so
And
I
now-
never did perform it, but it was.
But it was a
an
good
experience.
process to
it
walk
really
through.
was.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know people who work on shows where they are the only person to tell truth in a room.
Mhm.
People respect them.
Mhm.
They have a platform that they can impact the people right there that no one else can impact, and yet they're being judged by people on the outside who think they
Yeah.
shouldn't be there.
Mhm.
And I say you can't let other people
Mhm.
change what you know is right for yourself.
Right, exactly.
And writers in a writer's room, a show that most people wouldn't want to watch, but in that room they're stopping things from getting on the air that would otherwise have been on if no Christian were in that room.
Right.
And that's a valuable place to be, because
Yes.
the people in the creative process need to be challenged as well.
Yes.
And I always say the content of a project won't change until the hearts of the people creating it change.
Mm.
So everybody on the outside of Hollywood wants to see just better movies, better TV shows.
Mhm.
What they don't realize is there's a process to that. You have to reach the people and care about them and love them first.
Yes.
And then you hope the result down the line is that their content will change.
Mhm.
But not until the Lord touches their hearts first.
Yeah. And so, what do you look forward to in the coming days, weeks, months, years here? What would you like to share with people, and what needs do you have?
Well, I have three things I very much look forward to. This year, I want to see, as always, our Christian community growing.
Yes.
I want the Christians in Hollywood, whatever church they go to, it doesn't matter. Our focus is just loving people through the love of Jesus. I want them to feel like they are a part of a bigger movement, and they feel empowered by that. I don't want people
Mhm.
of faith to feel alone, because you get a little scared when you feel like you're alone. You don't have that
I know that
confidence.
feeling.
Yes, it's so true. Of saying, no, you know what? I do believe the right thing. I can love people and not be afraid of what they think of me. And I have a bunch of people around me who are the same way, and we're praying for each other and loving each other.
Yes.
So I want that community to
Okay,
grow.
so building community.
Building community. The second thing, I want Christians on the outside to get to know how they can be a part of changing culture through joining us in prayer.
Oh, cool.
I want them to get our monthly prayer newsletters.
Oh,
I want them to see if they want to be a matched prayer partners.
Uh-huh.
They want to tell kids about our monthly online kids and
Oh.
teen prayer calendar, to say, encourage your kids to be praying as they're
Kids.
watching and listening to music, whatever it is they're doing.
Mhm.
And the third thing I want is for the Christians to love the people who have never met Jesus in our industry, so that they get a chance to experience his love.
Mhm.
And we need to be more, we need to choose that more, I want to say not strategically,
deliberate.
but more deliberately.
Mhm.
We need to deliberately say, I am not only here for my work, I'm
Mhm.
here to love the people. So how can I be more effective?
Yes.
How can I reach out and pray for somebody? How can I serve them? How can I encourage them? How can I talk to them and get to know them so that they know there's a safe person that they can talk to?
Definitely.
That's a big thing that I want to
So
see.
building community, and people on the outside to know that they are connected and needed.
And needed, and then
Okay.
people on the inside to know that they're loved and there's
Inside
hope.
to know. Yes, absolutely.
There's hope through Jesus.
I missed that one, so we got 3.
No, yeah. That's
Okay, good.
That's what we want
So
to see.
people watching can say, hey, that sounds cool. I'd love someone to pray for me, or I'd love my kid to have some community. They can contact you.
Contact me.
Network.
Yes, HollywoodPrayerNetwork.org.
.org.
And or info@hpn email. There you go.
I'm sorry, repeat the email.
It's info@hpnemail.org.
Okay.
Or Karen@hpnemail.org. That's mine.
Okay.
And we can give you information. There are a lot of resources on our website. We have a good 6-minute video that shows how we look at this place as a place we love, not as a place to be afraid of, or a place that's evil. Or
and you can
bad.
add this on too if you like. Put a link.
Oh,
to
that'd be great.
this
Yeah.
wonderful
Oh,
interview
good.
that you were like, what do you mean video? I love it. I don't do that on purpose, but I have to say it's kind of funny because everyone ends up loving it anyway.
It's okay.
Because who would not want to see you, not just hear you?
Goodness. Well, it's so great that you're doing this,
Thank
and anything I can do
you.
to help, and anything that you want,
Yes.
get information from us, how we can plug you in if you're in the industry, how we can let you know the available resources if you're not.
Absolutely. And if someone's like, hey, I'm not a Christian, this isn't for me.
Oh, I love it. I go, no, we want you to meet good people.
Absolutely.
We do not have some scary hidden agenda. What we want is to connect you with good people so nobody in this industry feels alone.
Yes.
And there are people who pray, but they're not Christians. And we say, we take prayer.
Mm-hmm.
What if you, whatever way you pray, you let me know, connect with me, and I will
Yes, absolutely.
let you know what's going on.
Yes. And it is, people will agree that it is a hard place to feel connected.
Oh,
And I remember when I first moved here, I even knew some people through AMTC, kind of scattered throughout and handful of people, but
Still
you
hard.
still feel very alone,
Yeah.
and it can be kind of scary.
It can be, and it
So,
shouldn't be. And
right.
yet, if we don't find other people, we feel that way.
And it's a lot of work. I mean, you have to. Okay,
Oh.
what's the church near me? Okay, who is it connected? And
How do I find a friend? How do I find housing? How do I don't walk into some weird situation?
So many things.
Mhm.
So it's lovely that this exists, that you created this.
Oh, good.
You were an obedient servant to give of yourself to care for other people.
Oh,
And you're
thanks,
doing a
Erica.
fabulous
That's so
job,
nice of you.
No, I really mean that, and I'm grateful for you. So thank you.
And thank you for listening.
Yes,
Anything we
thank
can do,
you.
let us know.
And please share with anyone that you know of who's in the industry or not, who would have some interest. And if anything to leave with, there are some cool people out there.
There
who just
are.
care.
Yes.
Care and love and are in the industry. So,
It's my family away from home. It really
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Karen.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Covell. I got the
Wow,
last name
you got
right.
it.
And thank you all, and have a wonderful day. Be a blessing to all those around you.
Bye-bye.
And